morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at, well, the good news is we've got some rather lovely new blisters we need to be having a look at, and we've got some new promos, and let's start off there. You see, yesterday, literally yesterday, maybe yesterday, I told you guys that there was a Koraidon GameStop promo coming. Well, it turns out that's now all kinds of official. It's gone and been put over onto Pokemon.com, the GameStop Koraidon. But it's not just the GameStop Koraidon. There is also a Miraidon coming as well. And this is, of course, Miraidon with the Temporal Forces logo. As a side note, I did tell you in yesterday's video that sometimes we see this where there's a GameStop promo and then it reappears with the set logo on, which is kind of amazing. Well, I'm not sure that's going to happen here, but we do have Miraidon with the set logo. And as another side note, we actually already have a Miraidon with the set logo on, but that is, of course, the pre-release promo, so it has the alternate art that one would expect from a pre-release promo. So now there are two different Miraidon, each of which has the Temporal Forces logo on, which I personally think is rather spiffing. Good. Good. Oh, speaking of Temporal Forces, we're going to be doing a Temporal Forces box break over on my Whatnot. Remember to use the invite code whatnot.com/invite/TheWassy. And yeah, we're hopefully doing it on Friday, 7 PM UK time, assuming my box arrives on release day, which I'm very much hoping it will. Come along, use my invite code, get £10 credit, and we can open up some Temporal Forces together. See which cards are going to be here. And if you're not interested in coming to pick up some packs, come along anyway, and we'll hang, and it'll be fun, and we can chat about the set. Come on, it'll be fun. So these ones are coming, they have been confirmed. Here's what it says on the Pokemon website. Bring legendary power to your collection with Koraidon and Miraidon promo cards. The Paldean Paradox Pokemon pack a punch in the Pokemon TCG. Yeah, someone's got their P's going on there. Adding a new legendary Pokemon to your collection is always a thrill, which means it's time to sprint, dive, or fly to your favourite Pokemon TCG retailer to bring home your favourite Paradox Pokemon. Starting March 22nd, the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces Koraidon promo card will be available at GameStop with any Pokemon TCG purchase of $15 or more, and the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces Miraidon promo will be available at Best Buy with any Pokemon TCG purchase of $15 or more. Now, some of you, like me, are going to be looking at that and going, well hang on a second, Wassy. I live in a country like the UK, for instance, which doesn't have a GameStop. And I live in a country like the UK, for instance, which doesn't have Best Buy. What are we supposed to do? And my answer to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is good question. These may appear in other places, sometimes they do. The GameStop one won't, incidentally. There might be, like I say, a different one with the Temporal Forces logo, but we're not going to get the actual GameStop promo with a GameStop logo. There is no chance of that happening. That's just not the done thing. But maybe the Miraidon comes out, maybe the Koraidon comes along with a different logo on. That could be a thing. For the time being, I suppose we have to wait and see. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed. But one of the things I told you the other day was that I could not show you the check lane blisters for Twilight Masquerade. Well, the good news is, and I shout out to lovely Metty7 here over on Twitter, turns out we can now see them, and they feature Kingdra, who no one cares about, and Porygon-Z, who is amazing. For those that may have forgotten or aren't a regular viewer of the channel, Porygon is my original favourite Pokemon, my second favourite Pokemon. I love Porygon. And this is the Porygon from Paradox Rift, and these are the check lane blisters. And basically, the check lane blisters are as they've always been. You get yourself a full evolution line, you get yourself one booster pack, and you get yourself a coin. And that's what you get. That is it. That's the deal. The coin here, incidentally, is Lechonk, which is also the coin you get on the one-pack blisters that have a promo card. We saw the same thing in a lot of sets where all the one-pack blisters, whether they're check lane or the normal promo ones, they all have the same coin. That's the thing here. We've got Lechonk, jobs are good 'un. So are these worth buying? The question is, do you want the evolution line and do they have a different foil pattern? Sometimes, and we can't really tell from the images we've got, sometimes there is a different foil pattern on these. And that means that they're essentially new cards. And look, we're talking different foil pattern. We're not talking alternate art or anything like that. But for some people, that is enough to make these worth picking up. If they don't have a different foil pattern, do you want to keep a sealed collection of them? In which case, yeah, worth picking up. Do you really want that evolution line? In which case, potentially worth picking up. That's it, essentially. Because otherwise you're getting one pack and 3 kind of standard cards for more than you would pay for a pack and picking up those 3 cards on the secondary market. For me personally, I do like the Porygon. I think the Porygon is awesome. It's the one that we got in the last set, Paradox Rift, and it's got the ability Buggy Turbo that lets you flip a coin during your turn, and if heads, you attach 4 basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and if tails, you discard an energy, but then for a single energy, you do 40 for each energy, not energy card, each energy attached to this Pokemon. And I kind of love it. I want it to be good. Is it going to be good? I don't know. Probably not. And let's face it, Paradox Rift is, it's been out for a little while now. This hasn't seen any play, but a man can dream, ladies and gentlemen. A man can dream. The other one is Kingdra, which also came around in Paradox Rift. That's the one that for a single energy lets you look at the top 6 cards of your deck and deal 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy you find there. Then you discard the energy and shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Very similar to Porygon, although as far as I'm concerned significantly worse, in that Stage 2 Interesting Attack sees basically no play whatsoever. But I want it, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really want it. The Porygon to be good. Not necessarily this blister. Look, like I've said, if they've got a different foil pattern, you want to keep a sealed collection, or you really want the evolution line, get them. Otherwise, these are probably a skip. But there is another blister, which has gone and appeared on goodgamesburn.ch. And what we've got here is a 2-pack blister with 3 cards. And a Pikachu coin. And once again, these are not new cards. We're talking just straight reprints here. They're not alternate art. They're not promo numbered. They are just existing cards that we've already got, but now they come in this rather lovely blister. And it's a very similar kind of thing here. You're getting 2 packs for a little bit more than you would pay for 2 packs. But you're also getting these 3 cards, and you're getting a coin. The foil pattern is going to be important here again, because if these have a different foil pattern, then they essentially become unique from the regular cards, at which point they are absolutely worth picking up, and a lot of collectors are going to be into them. Otherwise, again, these are probably a skip. It is kind of awesome and interesting that these have Baxcalibur in. Baxcalibur, of course, absolutely phenomenal card. Lets you attach as much water energy as you like during your turn. Incredibly good with Chien-Pao. Genuine, like, top tier deck. But do we not all have these by now? Like, one of the fun things, of course, the check lane blisters for Temporal Forces, one of them actually is a Baxcalibur blister. And as a side note, best check lane blister we've had, because, yeah, sure, it's another Stage 2 and it's probably just a straight reprint. Still waiting to see what the foil pattern is on those, of course. But it's a straight reprint of, like, a legit great playable card. So, in that regard, yeah, not too bad. We've also got a Palafin here. That is, of course, the Palafin from Obsidian Flames. Single energy, 30 to the active, 30 to the bench, not terrible. 2 energy, if it moved into the active this turn, 210. Not terrible. But again, we're talking about cards that have been out for a little while now. And look, when a set's been out for a little while, we know the deal. If the card is good, it is seeing play. If the card is not seeing play, then that would therefore suggest it's not good. We know Baxcalibur's good, but by the same token, we kind of know that Palafin isn't. Sorry. There is also Garganacl here. Specifically, we are talking about the Garganacl that came around in Paldea Evolved. During Pokemon Checkup, you heal 20 from each of your Pokemon. That's the best thing about this card. It's fun, but again, it's been out for a while. It's seeing, like, no play. which means we can say with a fair degree of certainty this is not a particularly good card. But we do have these free cards with 2 booster packs. I'm assuming it's going to be like a $10 product. And you get your coin. It's Pikachu coin. Everyone loves Pikachu. And look, these may well have alternate foiling patterns. If they do, absolutely, this is going to be worth picking up. You have been warned. So there we go. We got the Jet Lane blisters, we got this new 2-pack blister, we got confirmation of Koraidon, and we got a Miraidon promo coming, and that's what you need to know for the time being. So now it's over to you guys. Which among these things are you going to be picking up? What are you going to be interested in? What are you going to be skipping? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Ashley Munns, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.